Easy, good to go. Yo guys, I'm Laurie Greenland and yeah, we're here at Duffy Bike Park. I'm here to show you something pretty exciting for me, and that's my first Santa Cruz Syndicate race bike. And yeah, it's cool to get my first custom bike with the team. It's yeah, it's a thing of beauty, I think. This bike setup, I would say, is pretty specifically set up for me, and I guess compared to a lot of the previous Syndicate riders, I'm a fair bit shorter and kind of ride in a fairly different kind of riding style as well. So yeah, it's set up quite a lot different to the rest of the teams. Just I've opted for the mullet setup, the mixed wheel. I really like the way that feels, kind of don't catch my arse on the tyre so much, and it's really like the way it kind of, the front has that little more hold than the rear, so when you're really at that top speed drifting, the back just kind of steps out that bit before, makes it for quite a comfortable kind of ride, kind of yeah, a little less dicey. And yeah, for me, I've been on Fox suspension for a long time now, so that was kind of an easy transfer over to me. New stuff for me is back to Maxxis tyres, which I kind of have been impressed with the rolling speed of them, kind of, and the kind of rolling speed of the whole bike really is one of my biggest, kind of one of the things I notice the most, I guess. Especially in the UK here, I'm so impressed with how this bike holds speed. It's kind of little uphill pinches or flat rock gardens. It kind of just seems to just kind of bobble and kick its way through without dropping that speed into the floor, which is like, I guess it's free speed. You want it to just be as easy as, you kind of want the bike to help you. So yeah, just how it just keeps its speed is weird. You like places at home where I'm used to like cranking for gaps and stuff like that, I've just been finding that flow, which I think you can see that in a lot of the Syndicate riders in the past. They've definitely kind of, when you look at Steve, Greg, Josh, Vergier, Luca, they've all had this like pretty good effortless flow going. So the bike definitely wants you to ride it in that way, and for me, I feel like that's going to be a welcome bonus to my riding style as well. Yeah, hyped. But yeah, moving on to the Cockpit, I've got the 50mm stem with a 20mm rise bar, and I really like the back sweep of these bars. They're such a comfortable kind of forgiving position. Some bars you ride a little bit too much, some are a little bit straight, but these just kind of just feel like a really forgiving, natural back sweep. And that's with a 48mm Fox offset. So that's taken quite a long time for me to get to that point. I'm pretty specific with front end grip and kind of my weight balance on the front wheel, which is kind of a bit of a running joke in the team now. I'm kind of super picky with the whole cockpit, from kind of bar roll to brake angle, everything like that. It's like it's a running joke. I'm just a bit ridiculous with it. But yeah, that set for me just dumps a load of weight on the front, which I kind of like to really have a lot of trust in my front wheel. So getting that weight right on the hub and just bring me down a little bit as well. I know a lot of the other Santa Cruz riders, they come up quite high, maybe a higher rise bar, higher stem or anything like that, but for me, especially being shorter, I just like to get that weight super down. I like to kind of change direction super fast on the trail as well, so kind of play to my strengths of being a short rider, I guess. Onto the tyres, I got the 2.4 Minion DHR2 on the rear, matched with the Assegai 2.5 on the front. I just feel like that's a really fast rolling tyre, kind of get that on the back. It's got really good braking, and then onto the front, that Assegai is just kind of, it's got that, when things get a bit loose, it's just kind of got a few more knobbles, might bend out the way a little bit more. It's a bit more of a forgiving tyre up front. It's also a 2.5, which kind of deadens down that front a little bit more as well. Onto me, it's the Crank Brother mallet pedals. Kind of, I really like those because I actually clip in backwards, which it's kind of different to maybe a lot of other people. I like to kind of dip my heels and just let the bumps clip me in backwards, which I'm not sure many other brands can offer. So yeah, for me, I'm a clip-in backwards guy, so yeah, that's the mallet pedal. Yeah, onto suspension setup for me. We've recently got new dampers from Fox. We've been working with them up in Scotland, and that was like pretty cool, because in previous years I haven't run a whole lot of compression just because maybe I'm a little lighter, but I like to run quite a soft and fast setup. I kind of like the bike to kind of really eat up the holes, maybe rather than just skip over the top. So with these new dampers, we've actually been able to start kind of introducing a bit more compression, which is, for me, first time ever. It's pretty cool. Moving on to the rear of the bike, we got kind of slightly different setup. For me, I actually run kind of a little bit of a higher bottom bracket than a lot of other riders as well. Just like I said, again, get my weight balance up and onto that front wheel a little more. For the wheels, I'm actually running less spokes than the rest of the team, I think. Pretty sure less than the rest of the team. I like the kind of compliance it gives, and it's a little more flexible, kind of, and like I said, it just plays to my strength for being a short rider as well. Got the Burgtec saddle seat post to match the cockpit. There your kind of contact points set nice. Kind of try and run it as out the way as possible. Like my mechanic Husky, for example, he likes it, he kind of steers with it in between his legs, whereas I like it slammed as out the way as possible. Kind of as low and out the way as possible you can get without it hitting the rear tyre. Just, yeah, I almost feel like if it wasn't so sketchy, I might not even run a saddle. So yeah, hopes for the 2022 season. Kind of for me, I really want to stay kind of, I say this a lot, but really just want to stay as so present in the moment I can. I don't want to be thinking about the last race or necessarily the overall or kind of, or even the finish line. I want to work on my kind of racecraft and kind of life almost as we are now. So stay as present as I can, and I believe that's the easiest way to kind of win races and be as consistent as you can, not get too in your head about things. But if I'm going to be honest, I want to win races. It's the driving factor, it's the dream. There's no beating around the bush. I'm definitely thinking about that next win and when I can get it. But yeah, just have as much fun staying in the now as I can, and I kind of, through trial and error, I'm happier that way anyway. So yeah.